Welcome to r/Tales from Tech Support, where we get to have a little chuckle at the technologically disadvantaged. Like me. I'm Uncle Reddit, and have I got a story for you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you all had a good weekend. I just got back from a weekend of camping myself. My wife was sick, but at least it was quiet. Correctly logging the issue. A positive one for a change, as there have been a lot of logging failures recently. One user in the building managed that rarest of things, to be A, someone who genuinely understood computers and only came to us with sensible stuff, and B, a really nice bloke too. He served as an unofficial liaison between IT and his team, a position I've held myself. Oh, and he was a fellow sci-fi geek, which really helped him to be a friend. Thankfully his team had him logging issues for the whole team just for efficiency. One day his report just read, in full word for word, I should really have phoned, but needed a leg stretch, and needing friends is always more fun in person. Him. I know, I'm editing it. So you notice this one quickly then, don't you? Bit faster than your average. Me. Oh, we always see it quickly, it's just we see it's from you and put it to the bottom of the queue. We then both had to explain to his senior management, who passed behind we were chatting, that no, this was not an issue between our teams. To be fair, he was fine with it. A broken clock is always wrong. Background. I'm filling in for our sysadmin as we attempt to hire and onboard a new person. As such, all tickets for frontline and sysadmin are landing at my desk. Also, we're an institution of higher learning. On to the show. Arrived in the office Wednesday morning, opened our help desk ticketing software. It started the process from the afternoon and evening list of tickets, which were minor until I got to the entitled professor. Entitled professor. The clock in the classroom building is not functioning, despite having tried fresh batteries. Me. Hello, EP. Is this a clock on the computer or projector, a clock on the wall, or a digital clock mounted in the room? We do not work on clocks or any clock hardware, as that is not a computer or AV issue. If that is the case, then this may be an issue that maintenance can try to assist you with. EP. It's an analog clock with hands that hangs on the wall. Should I contact maintenance? Me. As stated below, please note that IT does not work on clocks. And if it's an analog clock that takes batteries, the clock may be dead. You can reach out to maintenance, or if it's cheap plastic clock that someone put up there, it may just be time to dispose of it. Ticket closed. In case you were wondering, this is a technology professor, and not even the most frustrating encounter with a professor this month. My wife is a professor at the same institution, and you better believe she hears about all these and has advocated for us during faculty senate meetings. Additional background. 2 months ago, the same professor put in a ticket to repair his personal earbuds that he uses for running that he slammed in his car door. Last semester I had to leave a meeting as there was an urgent outage impacting the classrooms in an entire building. Upon arrival, I found the HDMI cable was not fully seated, and with a slight push had it in. He assumed if it was in at all it would work, and that it was not working because our entire system is down. 1.5 years ago, he submitted a purchase request for software to make his non-touchscreen laptop work as a touchscreen. Yes, he's friendly, but this is very frustrating. Additionally, our maintenance tickets go to a different system in email. Think maintenance at versus IT support at. I don't know if he's so much entitled as just clueless. Didn't sound like he was argumentative or anything, just doesn't know what to do with himself when something goes wrong. It was rogue. I work for a MSP, and the other day I had a client report that multiple computers couldn't print. I connected one of the devices and tried to ping the printer, and was unsuccessful. I then tried to ping the print server, and was also unsuccessful. I thought this was odd because the user wasn't remote. They were sitting maybe 20 feet away from their WAP. Wireless access point? I decided to hit the gateway, and it almost immediately dawned on me what the problem was. This client uses Ubiquity access points, and upon accessing the WAP's web management portal, I was greeted with a login page for Netgear. I called the client and asked if they possibly knew why this device was connected to a Netgear WAP. The client told me, yeah, Sally the receptionist brought that in 2 weeks ago because her internet was running slow. I was stunned. They decided to allow a low-level employee to bring their own WAP from home, plug it in, and allow half the users to connect to it. You know, it's rarely a good idea to let most employees, low level or not, bring in their own equipment of any kind. Now there are exceptions to this. When I was a carpenter, there were certain tools I had to have of my own, but I certainly wouldn't bring in, big giant job related saws and things like that. I don't know. I wouldn't want the abuse on my own tools, so it's not like I was getting paid for it. Not to mention the fact most people wouldn't know how to set it up right anyway, so. What do you mean the server is gone? I work in a data center. We're supposed to have several people on hand to allow clients in the doors and to their cabinets. But because we can't keep people employed here, I'm working that duty on top of my normal tickets, phones, receiving duties. Anyway, I get a message that a client is hard down. Their EqualLogic is reporting as down, and their VMs are all effed. As acting door dude, I have to go out to the cabinet to check it out, but the cabinet documentation is wrong. This client split into two, but the new one was never set up right, so now I have to look in all kinds of places. I can't find this EqualLogic anywhere, right? I even found the switch it should have been in, and traced the labeled cable all the way to the end and found it was just gone. The Ethernet cable was just hanging there. Must have been moved during the split and not documented. I'm telling all this to the facility engineer who takes care of the building, HVAC, coolant, power, etc. He goes, "Ha! There was that field tech in today. He was in that cabinet. Would be wild if he just took it." We laughed. That would be funny. He was in that cabinet, wasn't he? And he left with a server. I called the head technical supervisor immediately, who got field services to bring it back. They're setting it up now, and we're trying to figure out how to tell the client we literally just took their entire storage environment and left with it. I need a drink. Edit. Apparently it was erroneously marked as inactive when it obviously was not, because it was our company's device being used for their paid service environment, but was marked inactive for that client. The field tech just ripped it out to put it into another internal environment thinking it was all good. So there are several levels of oops here. I don't know who dropped the ball on that one, but yeah, it should have never got that far. Somebody way before this guy that walked out with it should have known and flagged that this was not right. It's not inactive, whatever. Oops. So I know they'll remove inactive alumni emails from the system after 6 months. Can I expedite mine? So I'm a student worker for my university's IT's help desk. I enjoy the job, and generally it's smooth sailing with people calling needing help with password resets and occasionally the facility needing us to fix some Zoom/HighFlex stuff. Anyways, our university put out a notice to all alumni with emails that if they don't utilize their college-affiliated emails after 6 months, then they'll be removed from the system. This is generally due to security concerns, and also to clear up some room on the servers, which have like 300,000 plus email accounts on record, but only 40% of them actively used. We anticipated a bunch of calls from people either upset or panicking or confused about this, and we've gotten a decent amount of tickets so far, which my supervisor is mostly taking care of. We got a call from an alumni about an email thing, but to all our surprises they weren't trying to save it, but delete it faster. The wild thing is that they told me that they reset their password shortly before calling us, but then decided immediately to 180 and get rid of the account. We told them that as long as the email account is not touched or interacted with in 6 months, it'll delete automatically, so really the caller doesn't have to worry about it. I see, but can you expedite deleting it? I don't want to have an old email floating around affiliated with me if I'm not using it. I get the caller's concerns, but we all found it funny because up to the point the notice email was sent out, they didn't care as much about this. Also, they literally reset their password, which one would normally do if they wanted to get back in. We did deactivate their account for them, and of course, the whole thing was friendly and cordial. But when I hung up, my coworkers and I had a laugh at the apparent absurdity of it all. It's like accelerating the car as you see the bridge collapsing in the distance. Sometimes these are why I'm never bored here. I kinda get it. There's a lot of old email things that I've signed up for in the past that I'm just totally getting brutal with. Chop, 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 gone. Whether it's old email addresses, old things on each email that I signed up for, somehow I got Harbor Freight on all of my email addresses. I have no idea. I didn't sign up. I only used one email to sign up, but somehow I get notifications and coupons and all that through all of them. So, yeah, sometimes it's tough to keep up with that stuff. I don't get why you need to make such a big deal about stolen devices. I always thought that people making 6 to 7 figures of salary with corporate card limits higher than my salary would have some sort of sense of seriousness of protecting our company assets and data, not go several days without reporting a stolen laptop. But alas, my conversation today. For context, I work as help desk for a multi-billion-dollar Canadian retailer whose high-profile users are very much in the public eye and have been targeted before for phishing and data theft. Cast: me equals me, CC equals clueless C-suite user. Q call on the VIP line from an external number without caller ID. Red flag number 1. Anyone on the VIP line should be coming through from either their extension or corporate cell with their name, already verified with employee number. Me: thanks for calling service desk. My name is Me. Can we start with your name, please? CC: I think I'm locked out of my account. Unlock me. I have a meeting to join. Me: we can take a look. I'll need your name first, though. CC: it's clueless C-suite user. Me: let's check why you can't get in. One moment. Their account's been blocked by network security team after dozens of failed logon attempts to the network. Me: alright, your account was disabled by the security team. I'll need to confirm some information before we do anything with this. You'll need to verify your employee number, the person you report to, and the address of the building that you work out of. CC: my employee ID is incorrect number. I work from head office and I don't report to anyone. I'm the high-profile C-suite position. Me: alright, so you do have a listed manager even if you don't communicate with them every day. Please confirm their name. Also, the employee number you provided is incorrect. CC: why am I locked out? This is costing the company millions of dollars. It's probably not, but okay. Me: there has been suspicious activity on your account. Have you clicked any emails asking for your password in the last few weeks or let anyone access your hardware? Even if it was locked or powered off? CC: I don't click emails. You make me do enough training on that. Me: okay, how about if anyone has had access to your laptop or corporate cell phone, even just for a few minutes? CC: well, it was stolen from my car. I'm not sure where it is now. Me: I'm sorry, your laptop was stolen? When did this happen? Last night? We'll need a police report immediately. CC: no, it was a few days ago.
Are you stupid or something?
My bag with my corporate cell and laptop was taken from my car when I was parked at a local mall. I asked my assistant to order me a replacement, but I haven't received it. Me: these sorts of things need to be reported to us or security immediately. Whoever stole your devices would have unrestricted access to any incoming phone calls and could get into your laptop without much difficulty. I'm going to begin the process to wipe those devices and alert the security team. Please provide as much information as to the time and location of the theft. Where was your car parked at the mall, etc. CC: this is why I didn't report this in the first place. You make such a big deal of this for no reason. Just get me back into my account so I can join my meeting. Me: unfortunately, that can't be done until the network team can perform a risk assessment on your account and get the proper monitoring configured. What sort of information do you keep on your laptop and phone? Is there anything confidential or that could harm the company if released to the public? CC: I'm working on an acquisition of a competitor with the legal team. There's probably some documents regarding that shouldn't get out. When do I get my new computer? Me: the new devices aren't the issue here. I've paged out the network security team. Once they complete the assessment and receive confirmation that the devices have been wiped, they'll call you and provide you new credentials for your account. I suggest that you reach out to HR so they can forward your employment letter so that you can correctly verify your information. CC: so you can't tell me the information I'll need? Me: it'll likely be a combination of your employee number, which is on your benefits card, as well as your manager listed on Teams and your office address. CC: what's my employee number? Me: you're not verified, so I can't provide that. CC: so you're not going to help me at all? Me: my job is to help protect the company's systems and assets. Lost devices are serious, and the process is strict. If I unlock your account or give you the info you need to verify, I'll be fired immediately. CC hangs up on me. I go about my morning, but keep an eye on this ticket because I'm nosy. User calls back twice from what I can tell and fails verification both times. Both times requesting that we just reset their account for this meeting they need to join. I swear I'm going to be gray by the time I'm 30 at this rate. Edit: December 3rd, 2021. Confirmed with HR that the inbound number from yesterday's call matches something they have on file for a personal contact number from CC's application. Confirmed not a test or a thief calling in, just a clueless user from the top floor. I don't understand. How do you get in those positions and you can't do the most basic of things? Your stuff got stolen, you know it's important, you know it's a security risk for your company, and you just ignore it. Just give me a new one. And even if you're not going to do stuff yourself, you're going to have your secretary do it or your assistant or whoever. Have them call. Have them report it. You should have gotten a police report from the mall when your stuff was stolen to begin with. I don't know. While we all ponder this mystery, go ahead and click one of these videos. I think you'll enjoy them. See ya.